Hello, beautiful ones. How are you doing today? Welcome to the September 2022 edition of the Multidimensional Lightworker Show. Quite excited. I'm back, happy, revitalized. So, how are you doing, guys? How are you doing? Just let me know who's present. I see some of you are already here. So, let me know. Hello. Gigi, AJ here. Yeah, let me know if you guys sometimes because I'm using StreamYard, sometimes the name does not appear. So let me know. Wonderful. So I'll just talk a little bit about the group before we dive into the depth of the topic today. Hello, beautiful, whoever you are. Hello. I know Facebook will require a few minutes to get you notified, everyone, that we're live, even though you knew the time, but we'll let technology do its work. I'm back from 2 weeks in Montreal, a lot of family things to do, a lot of friends that I hadn't seen for 2 years. So that was great. A lot of beautiful energy and at the same time, a great desire to come back to work with you, with the energies on a more regular basis and to go back to nature. That was so important for me. So welcome to today's topic, which is to help you understand how to elevate your intuitive flow and whatever it means. So we will talk about that today. Before we start, I want to welcome everyone who has been with me for quite a long time. Yes, I'm happy to be back as well. Let me know who's there. Again, unfortunately, I don't always see your name with Facebook. So, welcome everyone who has been with me for quite a while, and all the new members. And I just want to take a few extra minutes to talk to the few new members, just to let them understand a little bit, what this community is about, as it is a bit different than other lightworker communities on Facebook. And it's great because they're all complementary. So that is wonderful. Okay. And also to let you know what are going to be a few updates in the way I share the information here, in the way I share some contents with you. So first of all, this group is not a community where everyone interacts and everyone talks about their day and their thoughts and their dreams and their visions. You're invited to do this, though. That's what is important. If ever you have a vision, you have something you want others to help you decipher, or if you want my feedback around something that you have experienced, just type, add that in the group, and I will be happy to answer if ever I got the answer, or if ever it's something I can talk about. I will be happy to do this. But I did let the container, our group, move to a specific vibration. I let it decide for itself. I let it grow on its own. Hey, Gigi, this is a magical community. Thank you for letting me know that. Thank you. So it is more, and again, that was not my choice. My choice first was everyone talks about their own experience, and then I will just comment. And then I realized that so many are doing this. So many other communities are doing this. So that's great. But it turned into, that's what I explained earlier in that group and on my personal profile. It's more entering a vortex. So I'll just explain what I mean by a vortex. A vortex, it's like opening a door to another vibration, to a vibration that is holding some kind of connections to higher powers, higher frequencies. So it means that more activations for you. It's as if every time I show up, whether it's in a writing, whether it's through a live video, whether it's through a question or me sharing some of my experiences, it's opening a door for you to absorb this. Again, most of the time I'm kind of guided to do this, the way I'm guided to bring some changes to the community. But I want you to know that every time you read a post or you watch a video or listen to a podcast that is shared here in the group, you will put yourself into the position of the light worker who is ready to receive an upgrade. So as I said, it could be a 10% upgrade where you feel like, okay, yeah, that's interesting, and then you move on, or it could be like a massive shift. I'm talking here in the group to different levels of light workers. We have the awakening light workers, and we have the leading light workers. And in between, you have the rising light workers, the abundant light workers. So these are different levels of understanding and expression of your intuitive powers. So there will be topics that will talk to the leading one, the person who really masters her powers or his powers and just needs a special boost or an upgrade around his or her life mission. And there will be some topics around remember, like today's topic is to activate the leading light worker if ever you feel lost a little bit or you feel that you're stagnant. But it's also perfect for the light worker, the healer, the intuitive, or is just jumping on board and realizing that is the intuitive world. What can I get from it? So this is what the community is all about, entering a vortex to elevate your frequency so you can unlock on your own and through our communication, new visions, a new reality, a new vision of what you're here for and why you're here on the planet to share your gifts. So that's the spirit of the group. You'll see it's different in this way. What will change in the coming months, and that's the test. We'll see how it goes. I used to offer a weekly, what I call the multidimensional show, which is what we're going through today. I used to do that weekly. Now it will be every second week. We'll see how it goes. And I'll make sure the topics are really flowing with what we're going through energetically, collectively, but also within our community here. So instead of being every week on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, it will be every 2 weeks. But on the week where the show won't be scheduled, I will come live. The thing is that I won't plan it ahead. Meaning I'll give you probably like 12 or 24 hours, a 24-hour notice letting you know, hey, in 12 hours I'm live. It's just to, first of all, help me navigate in my own schedule, but also reach you guys where, at your time, at your ideal time. We're all different in different time zones. We have people from, gonna have a drink. We have people from Australia, from Europe. We have people from the US. We have 3 time zones in the US. We have people from South Africa. We have people from different parts of the world. So sometimes I'll show up earlier. Sometimes I'll show up later. So everyone will have a chance to listen live. And when the multidimensional show, as presented today, is off, the week it's off, I will find other ways to communicate with you. So it will be just a spontaneous live. It could be, I decide suddenly that, hey, who's present? Who wants to have a channeled message? I'm available, and whomever will be live with me will have a chance to get that. So that is a potential thing. And I will also share podcasts. I started that a while back. I paused it because I was busy, but I like also that way of communicating with people. There's no video, you just plug your headphones. And I know by experience when I tried this, you will feel that you're more focused on the energy held within the content. Instead of focusing on the image and focusing on, we can be sometimes distracted by the image. There, the tone of my voice will be different, and a lot of channeling comes through as well through this. So I will alternate the different ways of communicating with you between the sessions, between the shows. So how does that sound, guys? Does it sound exciting? I just want it to be less boring for you and for me. I like that diversity. What is changing too is, but I'll talk about that. I will reinforce the work as a community. I channeled something for my membership. Hello, Sandra. Yes, I'm happy you're here. I still work one-on-one with people. If you're interested, feel free to contact me. If ever you really need like specific help, I will definitely talk about my programs in more details in the weeks to come. But I will start offering for those of you who can travel to Nanaimo, Vancouver Island, Canada, and who are locally there, I will start again offering mini group gatherings. So it means that it will be super, super personalized. Everyone will receive an upgrade. It will be like really profound experience. I have one planned for October. The date is yet to be chosen, but I would say somewhere around the 15th. It will be a Saturday. It will be 3 hours, and a group of 4 or 5 wonderful light workers. Your level of experience as a light worker doesn't matter, but I need you to at least be aware of that there are other realities out there, that you have a mission, that you are here to support humanity and heal yourself at the same time. As they can actually, at the same time, if you show up in my group and even here today, but even if you're live with me, I totally trust that whomever will join that day is meant to join. Yes, from Duncan. So that's not too far. That's definitely not too far. So I will let you know about all this, but I want, now that things are a little bit calmer, I want to again offer mini group activations to help you unlock your intuitive power, so you understand how to play with those powers, how you can use them for yourself, for your family, and understand your unique process. I don't want you to follow a process. I really want you to understand what is your unique divine signature as a light worker. That is the best gift you can give to yourself. So that is coming up. Before I share also the same version remotely for all of you, I will update my group. I have 2 groups and 1 membership going. I need to upgrade them because my vibration has shifted, and it's time. It's time. Even though it's 1 year old, it needs to be remodeled a little bit. But I'll give you more details. Welcome today. Today is another version of our multidimensional show, and today we're talking about 2 important key elements to help you understand what your intuitive signature is. What do I mean by intuitive signature? I mean how you personally receive the intuitive gifts, how you decipher them, how you use them, how you share them, how you verbalize them, how you use your body to share them, and for what purpose. That's what I mean by intuitive flow, intuitive powers. It's to understand everything. There are 2 main elements. Okay? So before I get into this, I will open this wonderful show with a little activation. For this, I will ask you to get comfortably seated, feet touching the ground. We will close our eyes, and it will just set us into a receptive mode so that everything I say in the next minutes is not only understood from a mental perspective, but also from an energetic perspective. Meaning that if you only understand or remember 10, 20% of what will be shared today, your codes, your energy field will integrate most of it, so that in the next days, the information comes back to your awareness, and you will have a feeling that, oh my God, this is new. Oh, that's the new information. That's the new vision. This is how it works. So let's get ready. Your eyes are closed. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release completely. Deep inhale through the nose and sigh it out completely. Let's do this for 3 more times at our own pace. Please do not follow my breathing cycle. Go with your own. Imagine yourself seated in a lotus position, in a meditative position. And all around you, you feel a beautiful white light, a white energy bubble. And you see it and feel it in your own way. It's alive. It vibrates. It vibrates with every emotion that you are experiencing now, and of course, anytime during the day, during the night. It fluctuates depending on where you are, what you think of. But right now, you're so peaceful and so focused on the me, present moment now, that the vibration seems to appease itself up, like slowing down, letting go. This white light is the way I invite you to connect with higher vibrations, holding so much data for you. Some you will be aware of, some that you won't be aware of. Either way, as soon as you see this white light, as soon as you create it in your mind, you are pretty much telling your guides, your higher self, that you are ready to communicate and to receive guidance and receive healing if you need to. Today is no exception to this. The conversation we will have may hold energy that is exactly what your codes, your inner intuitive codes need to activate them. A word, a sentence, an emotion, a facial expression, a hand movement, a sound may trigger the activation of all those dormant codes you have within you, or the codes that are going through an upgrade and that just needed that extra push, that extra energy to reach their optimal expression within you, through you. You're ready to integrate whatever is meant to be activated within you with ease, flow, in complete alignment with who you are. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release completely. Wonderful. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome everyone if you're just joining us or if you're watching as a replay. Remember, I will always check your comments and always check your questions, even if you watch us a week from now, a year from now. So today we just went through the opening activation. Today we're talking about the two main key elements that you need to be aware of and you need to develop in order to really feel peaceful in your awakening process. But before I start sharing this, we need to be all clear around the notion, the concept of what is the intuitive awakening process. You probably heard many definitions, you probably from different teachers, different books. I would say they are probably all good. And Gigi says, yes, I was exactly where I was supposed to be. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing this. So what do you think is the awakening process? What would be your ideal definition of the awakening process? And while you write it down, I will just dismantle some misconceptions around the intuitive process. I will tell you what it's not, so that you can right away clear the programming within you, all the programs that are keeping you in a fear, doubting mode. We want that to be completely dissolved. So felt energies, thank you, Sam. You see, we're just doing the opening activation and you're starting to feel energy. So imagine what's coming. So misconceptions. What do you think is the awakening process? I'll wait for your answers. And while I'm waiting for your answers, I will just simply tell you what it's not. So misconceptions. It is not accessible to all. You must be born with it. And there's only a few selected ones. That's where the buzzers are. No. The awakening process is accessible to all and is happening right now to all. You do not need to be born with it. Actually, I will change the expression of this. We're all born, physically born, incarnated in this life with codes, which are, if I take the computer analogy, that are dormant programs. And every time you experience life, meeting new people, learning new things, clearing some fears, clearing some blocks, evolving, you unlock codes. Codes are about your physicality. Some are around expressing your emotions, while others are about your intuitive power. So you're born with them because you chose to code yourself with them. And when it's the appropriate time, it comes up. It's being released. It's being expressed. So everybody has codes. Will everybody express those codes the same way? No. Will everybody express their codes at the same time? No. So some people have what I call lightworking codes to share their gifts that they will never express in this life, even though they're coded with them. Well, because for many different reasons. If you're here, it's because your codes are either almost all activated, close to be fully activated, or starting to waking up, or starting to trigger you and like, oh my God, why am I feeling so different? Why do I have new needs? So this is what it means to have those codes. So it's just a question of time. What makes the difference between you and me and other people and my teachers and my mentors? It's just the circumstances, the lessons you had to learn personally, and and how much consciously you're devoting time to your awakening. My awakening process has been to learn to be present, not to be triggered by others' vibrations, and to stay grounded. Wonderful. And that is the ideal. That is one of the basic stuff we have to do in our everyday life. Thank you for this. Spiritual healing and changing our perspectives about the world as we know it. Beautiful. And that is also a collective awakening. So not only it is a personal awakening, Sam, but it's also a collective one. So wonderful. AJ, I had thought the awakening had to be under a body tree like Buddha. So I have to go find my Bodhi tree. And yes, I think you found it. You totally found it. It's just a question of vibration. So I had to go to a mountaintop to meet some guru and who will turn my awakening. So yeah, that's another conception that somebody else is going to do the work for you. You meet people who trigger the codes. And then when the codes are triggered, you're like, oh my God, yes, it makes sense. But again, that is also a conception that somebody else who has more experience can lead you to understand what is your own awakening process. You understand? I'm so much for the intuitive autonomy of each one of us, that following a guru, a teacher, yes, but keep the distance, keep a distance that allows you to say, great, I got the best from this teaching, from this course, from this retreat, from this activation. Now let's play. Let's see how it is activating me. Let's see how it's shifting me. And let's see how it's working for me. So yes, thank you so much for that. And you're welcome, Gigi. You're welcome. So the awakening process can take a lifetime or rise very rapidly within weeks. And that's what I talked about today with my students. And I'm really considering sharing part of today's activation with my students in a shorter version, because it was just amazing. It was a group activation where a message came through for all light workers around a timeline where things will accelerate, but it's just what it is. Acceleration. So yes, you might meet somebody who has no clue about what it is to be listening to their intuition. They don't even know what the word intuition means. And you meet them in 6 months and they're healers. While the past generations, that includes me, I'm in the in-between. I'm really in the in-between, where it took me time to accept this. But as soon as I went into this, it was very quick. So it depends. It really depends. The development of your intuitive powers will bring you more clarity. So it's true that as soon as you sense an interest in the intuitive world, the intuitive field, and you start playing with this, you'll see that everything will accelerate. It does anyways for everyone. This is the energy we're in, but it will more so if you are implicated in your own intuitive growth, meaning that every day, and I really say every day, you do something to get closer to what you are here to express as an intuitive, as a light worker. It could be just pulling a card from an oracle and trying to understand what is the message here. That is enough. That is a connection to your higher self. That is a connection to your other multidimensional self. It's enough, but it could be more than that. It could be listening to one of our activations here. That's something I forgot to say. For new members, if you type in the search bar in this group, you type weekly activations, meditations, light language activations, those hashtags, and you, with those words, you will have a list of all the different shows, activations, channel content I have done in the past year. I started to group them in only 12 months ago. There's way, way more. So feel free to search with hashtags or in the guide sections. There's way, way more. But just watching this is also an act of clear action of I'm connecting to my divine power and I'm dedicating 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, an hour. It could be just the way I do it. I go swimming and I just like talk to my star team, my guide, and say, okay, what is next? Show me, because I'm relaxed. I feel good. So have fun with how you want to do it, but do it at least once a day. That will help you bring clarity and you will accelerate the process and feel that the connection is stronger and stronger. It is a journey. It is totally a journey. It started before this birth, before this incarnation, and it will go beyond. But you are aware of this incarnation right now. You are aware of this life you have right now. So focus on this journey, and that's what we will talk about. What do you think are the two? And that I really want you to participate. What are the two main elements, like from your perspective? What are the two main elements you need to be aware of and you need to connect with, or you need to trigger, open up, activate to accelerate and strengthen the connection with your intuitive self? What do you think they are? What do you think they are? I'm going to wait. And just two words or two short. What do you think are the two elements? There's no wrong or right answers, but there are two main ones. Two main ones. As soon as you connect to this, you can be sure everything will flow a lot more easily, even when life becomes a bit more difficult because of illness, because of situation in your town, in your family. So I'm just letting you write that down. So far, they're all good. All good. Trust. Listen. Heart chakra opening. Trust the universe. Yes. Breathing. Totally. Yeah, patience. Yeah, patience. Oh, yes. This is one. Yeah, definitely. This is definitely something you want to work on. All right. From my perspective, follow your intuition. Totally. Totally. Yes. From my perspective, based on my own experience and the experience I have with my students over, Sandra says, relaxation, being open to receive. Yes, beautiful. Yes. My observation is not only based on my journey, but also, yes, presence, but also based on my students. I'm working with light workers who are beginning, just like they know there are a few blocks they need to clear. And they know I help these ones, but I also help light workers who are also working. So when I observe, when I support, when I channel for them, this is how I work. I only channel with people. There's no course, there's no method. Every time I meet in a group setting or in person, everything is pure channeling, because I don't want the information to come from Natalie, the earth person. I want it to come from a higher perspective. So the first one is connect with your higher self. That is the first thing. Connecting with your higher self. When you connect to your higher self, you connect to a version of you that is vibrating at a fourth and fifth dimensional. I should correct that. That vibrates at the fifth dimensional reality. What does it mean, fifth dimensional? No fear, no pain, no sufferings, no resentment, no karmic issues, no family issues. Totally aware, of who you are, observing you in a loving way, understanding you in a loving way, and every day trying to talk to you through intuition. So yes, it is important to listen to your intuition, your gut feelings, and every synchronicity and coincidence happening your way. It is important because it's your higher self trying to talk to you. But because if you're a newbie, if you're totally, starting in this, you might not get the messages. So as soon as you recognize that it's the version of you vibrating at a higher frequency, and that version of you wants the best for you, that version of you knows exactly where you're at, where you're coming from, what is your karmic baggage, meaning things to resolve from previous lives, and your potential, what you chose to develop in this life. Then every time you ask a question, every time you're lost, every time you wonder, your higher self is sending people, activations, retreats, courses, synchronicities, events that will help you understand. But you need to develop this communication. Your higher self talks to you specifically in a very unique way. So yes, it will use general cosmic and psychic ways of talking to you. So as I said, sometimes a shape in the clouds, or you open a page in a book and bang, the message is just for you. Or I'm sharing something and it's like, oh my God, it's talking to me. What do you think happened? What do you think? Was it because I just popped in your feed at the right time? Was it because it's all about coincidence and you showed up there? No. Your higher self kind of connected with all the energies around, energies that can be expressed through a person, through an event. And it's like a satellite. And it's looking down on the earth and realizing, oh, Natalie is having an activation at 3:00. And I'm taking Sandra as an example. And Sandra, it's exactly what you're ready to hear right now. I want to talk to you. That's your higher self. That's Sandra's higher self talking to her. And it's telling her, Sandra, you're ready for your next phase of intuitive development. Now you don't know where to go. You don't hear me. You don't fully understand how I want to talk to you. I'm your higher self, Sandra. So let's see what is the closest event in time and space you can be present, you can actually connect with, so you can understand the message me, your higher self, want to deliver to you, want to share with you. So yeah, for you, today's activation is definitely some kind of collaboration between my higher self, your higher self, and saying, let's them meet. Let's make them meet today. Let's make them interact today. So if you're here, there's a reason, but it's the same thing. She's like, I'll tell you a story, but not today. I'll tell you a story about somebody I met in Montreal. That was totally unexpected. That shifted my life and his. It's not the same anymore. And it may not have happened. It was just perfectly synchronized. I'll talk about that because it's massive. It's really massive. It's not unique, but it's massive. So your higher self holds everything about you. It is important you understand. You understand how to communicate with it. So how to elevate your frequency. So when you receive visions, when you receive energy shifts, you understand. And when you're starting to develop your intuitive powers, you understand. Remember, your intuitive powers are coming through you. They're not you. They're coming through you. It's your higher self and other light beings who decide to align themselves with your frequency, and it comes through you. You share, that's it. It's out of you. You've done your job as a light worker. So you need to understand how they talk to you. You need to understand when they want to talk to you. You need to understand when they send you visions, how they want to. So that is important. The higher self communication is element number 1. That helps you understand how you're supposed to express your intuitive abilities, and how and with whom, and when it comes to get clear around that. Your higher self also connects and other light beings. You may call them angels, archangels, you may call them saints, you may call them beings from other realities, from other times, from other planets, from other collectives. Doesn't matter. It's an energy. So your higher self is always the coordinator of everything. So your higher self is saying, okay, today Sandra, today Gigi, she needs this. So when we channel, let's bring a being from Arcturus. Let's bring a past life. So your higher self will never send you energies, content, information you're not ready to integrate. You're not ready to work with. Sam is asking, can the higher self help us access Akashic records? Totally. Your higher self, what people call Akashic record, it's not only your own blueprint, your own life library, but life beyond time and space. We understand, not life as you right now. So the Akashic records it's just a massive library that contains your experiences, but everyone's experiences, including beings from other time and space. So when your higher self is definitely what allows you to connect to this. Again, everything goes through the higher self. Your Akashic records are holding your past lives, your future timelines. That's another thing we do when we channel your higher self. So when people are stuck with their higher self and they don't know how to do it, that's where I intervene. Just you being here today will bring you closer to understanding how your higher self speaks to you. Just this. It's not something I do. It's something that is happening because we have opened a portal today. So just being here, it's like we're holding each other's hands. There's a current, there's an energy flow that is going through each one of us, whether you watch this live or in a year from now, and you will activate something within you, which will allow you to understand a little bit better how your higher self is speaking to you. And if you're very clear about your higher self, then you will get clear about what's the next step, how I'm supposed to work with the actual energies. How am I supposed to evolve, in this reality and everything? So I hope I answer your question. But your higher self, again, if you're stuck with your higher self and you don't know how to use it or you don't know how to develop it, working with me, like today I hosted a little live on my profile, personal Facebook profile. And if we're not friends on Facebook, I do invite you to make a request. I will happily accept the request. Why? Because I cannot double and repurpose everything I do. So there's really specific things I share in my personal profile that I won't share in the group or on other platforms. So I shared an experience today, and one of you guys, a person who's probably asleep right now because she her time zone is at a different time zone, so I know it's very late for her, but she says that just being in the group here has accelerated the expression of her intuitive powers just there. It's true that sometimes she showed up and I offered a few free activations and she benefited from that once, at least I think. But just staying there has activated. So if ever you just need a little push, just staying in my container, in my open group where you are right now, or if you are on YouTube, let me show you how to join the group. Just go on Facebook and type this address or type abundant and leading light workers, abundant or leading light workers, or this address as it shows here. And just being there, I can assure you, something will shift. But if you want to really be of service and you really want to invest time, then yes, for sure, let's have a session together, or at least have a let's work together. Just me channeling your higher self, you can get so much information, so much clarity around what you're supposed to do. Now, the second element, so the first one, higher self, getting clear around what your higher self is trying to say, how it's communicating with you, for what purpose, so you can understand your unique intuitive signature. What is the second one? What do you think is the second one? Somebody was very, very close. They asked a question and it was very, very close. The second one is to be clear around your soul purpose as a light worker. I repeat this, the second important element is to be clear around your soul purpose as a light worker. So you have the life purpose, your family, where you're going to live, or you're supposed to have kids, or you're supposed to have, that is more the general life purpose. Miss this fairy? Yeah, I don't want you to miss the fairy though. Yes, of course, you can replay it, no worries. So the life purpose is your general life, your love life, your blocks, your emotional blocks that needs to be cleared. This is a life purpose. Then you have the general soul purpose, but the soul purpose as a light worker is once you connect with your higher self, once you're starting to understand how it works. I get a lot of beautiful light workers who come to me who are saying, yep, I can read cards, I'm a medium, I'm using my hands to heal people, to bring healing and activate healing. Yeah, somebody said mission and calling. Yeah, totally. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I have a lot of people who really have developed or are really, really into a very rapid evolution and acceleration of the expression of their intuitive powers. And they're like, okay, but what do I do with that? So sometimes they hesitate whether they should keep it for themselves or not, whether it should be a hobby or full-time practice, whether they should share that in their community or worldwide, or whether they should work with kids or adults. That's where, when you have understood how your higher self is speaking with you, and you understand a little bit of the way powers are being expressed with you, then it's for what purpose. And as soon as you're clear around your soul purpose as a light worker, nothing can get you off track. Nothing. You could be sick, there could be an earthquake, there could be a storm, you could go on a holiday, you could decide not to work in the intuitive field for a year. Never would you lose focus of the why. And when you're clear about the why, you're never scared of losing your intuitive powers. You're never scared of losing those powers and losing this connection with higher realities. And you're not scared to take a break. You're not scared to say no, to say yes. You feel so powerfully supported by your higher self and your star team, your guides, and a community you're creating, that even if you're going through a difficult time, you always keep in your mind and in your heart, as an example for me, I am here to help light workers unlock their intuitive power so they can bring healing to themselves and be of service to others. That's my mission. So even if I take a break and don't focus on this at all, and even I have been sick, there's a lot of things that happened for me in 2022. Never. And I tried in my mind, oh, should I maybe work more with these people? Or maybe once you have intuitive powers and your higher self and star team is speaking to you, You cannot just turn that off. You can. I shouldn't say that. You could, but you would hurt yourself. And if you're turning it off, it's because you haven't realized how beneficial it is to you. You haven't realized the potential, even just for you, the potential it has. You don't feel lost anymore. You don't feel shaken by any kind of turmoil happening in the world. You can react to it, but you will bounce back into alignment very quickly. Those two elements, when you master them, when you understand them, when you connect clearly to them, you're good to go. The rest is just regular upgrades here and there. The rest is just evolving, learning from your lessons, clearing blocks along the way. Another misconception I forgot to mention is that once you are clear about your intuitive powers, nothing can happen to you. You'll never be sick again. Everything will be luck after luck after luck after luck. Never bad luck anymore. That is not true. You're a human being. There will always be lessons to learn. But because you feel supported and you're clear about your mission, then you either ask for help to the right people. You don't waste time looking A, B, C, D everywhere. You're just really focused on who can help you. You can easily receive guidance on your own through channeling, through intuitive guidance. You're not a lost soul anymore. So you will go always through different ups and downs. We call that emotional, karmic, ancestral clearing, energetic upgrades, so you can be closer and closer to your divine aspect. Somebody said soul calling almost feels like a life force energy. Totally, it is, because it's taking you back up when you fall. And again, it's not just about, it's more than just, am I going to get married or am I going to stay in this town? This is more the life purpose, but definitely the soul purpose as a light worker, because I'm working with light workers. So of course I'm going to use that language. I'm going to focus on that aspect, the intuitive powers. Why should I share them? Why, what is the next upgrade? That's something I thought, and I'll be honest with you, I made that mistake. As soon as my intuitive powers were flowing, I was like, okay, I guess that's it. Nothing else to learn. I mean, I was channeling, and I'm still channeling so clearly for people, having the right dates, the right names, like people are wow. And again, I don't say that for me, because I'm just, the vessel for all this. So I'm just thanking whomever is working with me for a specific person. Thank you for this, because it's enriching me. It's rewarding to do this. But there was a moment where I was saying, well, can we get any higher? Can we do more? Can I save the planet? What is the whole thing? I guess that's it. That's it. I'm done. There's nothing else to learn. And then bang, life came up, and there's a little struggle here and there, and then a little thing, and then I got lost, and then I got lifted back up again. It's always like that, but it becomes gentler and more gentle every time, because you never lose focus. And you're made out of flesh and bones, and you're in a reality that is also heavy sometimes. So there's still a lot of emotional stuff we need to clear. So of course that it's triggering me, as it is triggering you, I'm pretty sure. But again, when you wake up in the morning and you say, okay, maybe today I have a little back pain, I cannot do as much, but I remember why I'm here, then you don't take this obstacle like, that's it, it's over, I'll never be able to do it. You're taking it as, I need a break. I'll give myself a break. Your powers won't dissipate. Your life mission, life purpose, your soul purpose won't disappear. You're not losing any connection. So those two elements are really, really massive. Massive in terms of important to connect with, to remember, and to know. As soon as you know why you're here and why you were given the opportunity to play with those powers, then you're starting to make choices that are clear. You waste a lot less time. At the beginning, I didn't know, so I was listening to different people. Oh, am I a star seed? Am I more working with the Pleiadians? Oh, am I more a healer? And I'm a little bit of all of this. But as soon as I knew what I was going to do, for what purpose, I started to say, no, I don't need to know that. Not because it's not relevant or because I'm brighter than this. It's probably an information I don't know, but it's not relevant. So I don't disseminate my attention everywhere. I know that this person's going to help me. This course is going to help me. Like sometimes I just need to be with light workers. So I'll go to a retreat just to be with people who are vibrating in a specific way. Will it bring healing? Definitely. Will it bring an upgrade with me? Yes. Was it the goal of the retreat? Maybe not. Maybe the retreat was just about, working on your goddess essence. There's nothing in it that says intuitive upgrade, but me being there just gave me an intuitive upgrade. So you know intuitively and mentally where to put your energy, so you lose less energy trying to understand where am I supposed to go. Or friendships, it's the same thing. Friendships and yes, raising vibration, totally. Friendships, collaboration. Suddenly, I may admire a light worker, a teacher, a writer, and say, God, yes, what you say is right, and still not buy their book, and still not invest in their teachings. Not because they're not good, it's because I recognize that they have a specific soul purpose, which could be to help people connect to their star origin, which is a very specific, niched objective. And I'm like, yeah, I had enough of whatever you were offering. I don't need to take a course with you because I'm specifically working in that field. So yes, Sandra says, I've done that for years. Tired. Yes. You understand more. Again, what you choose to do right now may be totally obsolete in 2 weeks. Thank you. Thank you so much for your comments. Yes, you may, synchronicities are simply your higher self bringing you into contact with an information, a person, an event that will just unlock your codes that will bring an upgrade to you. That's what it is. That's why your higher self connection is the most important one. And from there, you have a connection with archangels and everyone. But everyone every energy goes through your higher self. Everyone. So in the next 2 weeks, I will share with you content, whether live or, as I said now, the Multidimensional Lightworker show will only happen every second week. I'm going to test this until we see if there's a demand for more. So it means that next week, hello, Jay, whomever it is, hello. It means that next week there won't be any show at 3 p.m. Pacific time, but be aware that I will show up next week. I'm not stopping the communication at all. It's just that I want to communicate with you at different times because we're on different time zones, and I want to be more spontaneous. It happens that sometimes I plan something because I feel it has to be talked about, and like an hour before the connection, bang, another topic comes from. So I will work this way. But in the next 2 weeks, I will definitely go more into details. Next week, I will share a lot of content about the higher self connection, how to get it, how to get there, how to get clear around it, and how to manifest it. It will be the ideal time for you to ask questions, to share your experiences. Please, please interact with me. Even if I post something about what I have experienced, it's not just because I want to brag, because most of the time as I write, I understand. I say, oh, yes, that means something. It's more to activate you. It's more to bring some desire to uncover something within you. So the conversation we have, even in writing, is really precious, really precious. So next week, everything about the higher self. The following week will be everything about the soul purpose as a light worker, how to understand and how to unlock it, how to get clear around it, knowing that your soul purpose as a light worker may change over time. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but for me specifically right now, I'm here to help light workers and intuitives unlock their intuitive powers so they can understand how it speaks for them uniquely and how they're meant to share that with others with ease and flow and alignment with their soul purpose. But who knows if in 10 years it will be totally different and I will only work with, I don't know, leaders, like leaders or people who have no clue. And maybe I'll go back down to people I have no clue. Right now, it's what it is. It has been like that for a while. So I'm open. I'm totally open. In the next 2-3 weeks or so, I will invite you to join a masterclass. The masterclass is free, and I will go deeper into this topic. And I will channel some content so you guys can understand and integrate from an energetic point of view what I just said. So just stay connected. I will share the content. I will just share the dates. And of course, if you're on Vancouver Island or are able to travel to Vancouver Island in October, I don't have the date precise, but it's in my head. The content is in my head. The total, journeys in my head. I will organize a small group immersion. I will invite you guys in my home. I will probably work with 3, 4, 5 people at the most, and we will evaluate where you're at, energetically speaking, intuitively speaking. We will ask your higher self and star team to unlock, clear any kind of blocks that are stopping you from moving forward. We will get clear around your specific way of using your powers. What is your unique intuitive signature? And we will get clear around your soul purpose. We will also ask, what are your ideal steps to remain in alignment with all this? And when usually we do that, we get dates, we get really precise information. So it will be a wonderful experience. I'm starting to do those live experiences a bit more now. So it will be a Saturday. It will be around 3 hours. I will share the dates with you very soon. I hope you enjoyed the experience. Close your eyes for 1 minute as we disconnect. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release. And I'm thanking your higher self to have brought you here. I'm thanking my higher self and star team to have connected with your star team so we can all work multidimensionally speaking as collaborators to bring healing onto our reality, onto ourselves, but also so we can show others what it means to be an awakening light worker, an awakening intuitive, so we can all remember what it means to be a divine cosmic being in an earth reality, which means simply to remember that we have psychic abilities being expressed in different ways, as many different ways as there are beings on this planet, and we're ready. We're ready for the upgrade. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I wish you a wonderful day. Yes, Sandra and everyone, don't worry. I will let you know about the group activation here happening here in town for sure. All right. And there will be similar experiences online too. I wish you a wonderful day, rest of the day, beginning of the day, wherever you are in the world. I'm sending you big hugs, and I hope to see you very soon for more content. Another thing, I just posted, for those of you who are new, I asked you a few weeks ago, do you want me to still channel 3 messages per month? I will only do it if there's enough requests. Meaning if there's only 5 requests, I will stop it. What it is that once per month, I channel 3 messages based on the energy of the group and the collective energies. I want you to choose 1, 2, or 3. If you choose 1, 2, or 3, it means that you are asking your higher self to choose the best message that relates to what you're going through right now. So I want enough collaboration and participation. So just answer, just go down a few posts below. You will find it, please. You will find me, please. You will find it. I see Sandra saying, yes, please. I said, so just go down, just choose your number, 1, 2, or 3, post it in the comments. And if I have enough, I will do that once a month. It's perfect to understand your energy of the month in relation with the collective energy, which is how humanity is evolving and how other light workers are evolving. All this creating a special flow of energy. All right, this is the right time. See you very soon, guys. Bye-bye for now.